Good afternoon. It's Nana's story time. And do you remember the story a couple weeks ago called The Dot? Well, this is by the same author and it by Peter Reynolds, and it's called Ish. What do you think it might be about? It's about drawing, just like The Dot was about drawing. Ramon loved to draw. Have you ever laid on the floor and drew a picture because you just love to color? Anytime, look at that, he's in bed drawing. Anything, he doesn't care what he draws. Anywhere. So Ramon likes to draw a lot. One day, Ramon was drawing a vase of flowers. His brother Leon leaned over his shoulder. Leon burst out laughing. "What is that?" he asked. Do you think that was very nice? You see Leon, he's looking over his shoulder. Ramon could not even answer. He just crumpled up the drawing and threw it across the room. That hurt Ramon's feelings. Leon's laughter haunted Ramon. He kept trying to make his drawings look right, but they never did. Oh, he was so happy drawing. After many months and many crumpled sheets of paper, Ramon put his pencil down. "I'm done." He wasn't going to draw anymore. Oops. Marisol, his sister, was watching him. "What do you want?" he snapped at her. She was just wondering. "I was watching you draw," she said. Ramon sneered. "I'm not drawing. Go away." Marisol ran away, but not before picking up a crumpled sheet of paper. "Hey, come back here with that." Ramon raced after Marisol up the hall and into her room. There he is, going into her room. He was about to yell, but fell silent when he saw his sister's walls. You see his sister's room and all those pictures? He stared at the crumpled gallery. Marisol was keeping his crumpled papers. There's the vase taped on the wall. "This is one of my favorites," Marisol said, pointing. "That was supposed to be a vase of flowers," Ramon said. "But it doesn't look like one." "Well, it looks vase-ish," she exclaimed. So in other words, it kind of looks like a vase. What do you think? Does that look like a vase with flowers? I think it does. It may not be a fancy vase, but it's a vase. Vase-ish? Ramon looked closer, and then he studied all the drawings on Marisol's walls and began to see them in a whole new way. "They do look ish," he said. You see all those pictures on her wall. She loved her big brother. She wanted to help him. Ramon felt light and energized. Thinking ishly allowed his ideas to flow freely. He began to draw what he felt, loose lines, quickly springing out without worry. Look at all those papers. He's just drawing up a storm again, and he's enjoying and loving it. Ramon once again drew and drew the world around him, making an ish drawing felt wonderful. he filled his journal. There is a tree-ish, a house-ish, a boat-ish, an afternoon-ish, a fish-ish. Do you think that's a fish? And a sun-ish. All kinds of ishes did he draw. Ramon realized he could draw ish feelings too. There was a peace-ish, a silly-ish, and an excited-ish. Have you ever tried to draw your feelings? His ish art inspired ish writing. He wasn't sure if he was writing poems, but he knew they were poem-ish. Everything is kind of. One spring morning, Ramon had a wonderful feeling. It was a feeling that even ish words and ish drawings could not capture. He decided not to capture it. Instead, he simply savored it. What did he savor? A nice quiet afternoon in the sunshine, laying there enjoying. And Ramon lived ishfully ever after. There he is, running along with all his drawings. You know, it takes practice. And so as we're drawing or as we're learning a new skill, sometimes it's kind of okay to be ish-ish. You know, we can be draw-ish or write-ish or write a poem-ish. And as we get better and better, then the ish kind of goes away. But it's okay to be kind of that way. So that's what our ish book teaches. It's okay to do it kind of, as long as you're trying to do it. Because look at the beauty that his little sister saw in all the things that he did. And that can be the same for you. So that's Nana's story of ish. And remember, when you're doing things, it's okay to do it ishly. Have a good afternoon, and thanks for joining. Mwah.